reading, box sets, films, you name it. And also the prestigious Teachers Talk Radio Awards. Who will win? Stay tuned to find out.
Live from Abu Dhabi, this is The Breakfast Show with Kate Jones on Teachers Talk Radio. Tune in live on the Podbean app or desktop player. Just head over to www.podbean.com/LSW/TT Radio or search Teachers Talk Radio. Follow the hashtag TT Radio.
Good morning, everyone. So the summer holidays are officially here. I know some people have one more day to go, and then that's it. And we will be changing our schedules. So the breakfast show from next week will be at a later start time of 9 a.m. So we can all have that little bit of a lie-in. And today is quite a reflective show, as we'll be looking back with the Teachers Talk Radio hosts about some of our highlights, and I've got plenty of awards to give out. Everybody wants a Teachers Talk Radio award, so stay tuned to find out. I'll also be suggesting 5 edu books that I would recommend this summer. But if you don't want to read an educational book this summer, that's absolutely fine. That's your choice. I've got 5 brilliant non-educational books. I've got some summer films that I would recommend, some box sets, and I want to hear from you. If there's any of your highlights from Teachers Talk Radio, it doesn't have to be my show, it could be any of the hosts, then please do get in touch. You can call in live, you can write in the chat box on Podbean, or you can contact me on social media at KateJones_teach. So before I get to the summer suggestions, I've got so many awards to get through that I can see some of our Teachers Talk Radio hosts live in the studio. And I am going to try and encourage them to call in, although I don't know what they're doing. They could be listening whilst they're driving. I know Nathan often gets stuck in traffic while he's listening to the breakfast show. We've got Nikki, we've got Dorian, who's making his debut. We have Tim, we have Tom Rogers, Seb Ventura. Lots of award winners right there. So if you're there, Tom Rogers, if you can call in now, then you can have your acceptance speech for your award. But I'm going to begin. Oh, Nathan is packing his house into boxes today. Well, good luck with that move. So do tell us where you're listening from and what you're doing this morning. We realise there'll probably be lots of people listening back later. If this is the first day or second day of the holidays, then you'll probably be sleeping and relaxing. Tom can't call in yet. No problems, Tom. Anyway, I'm going to kick off the Teachers Talk Radio Awards. Oh, Seb Ventura is sunbathing in the garden. How nice. So let's find out who is our very first award winner. Okay then, so I'm going to start off with the hosts that are actually here at the moment. So the most innovative and creative host, and this was nominated by quite a few people, goes to our very own Seb Ventura. So if you haven't listened to this show, please do. Lots of the other hosts, like his game show that he has with his guests. He has a wide range of topics. So Seb, you are appreciated by the team. Yes, you are very cool. Well done. Hello, Seb. Are you there?
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yes, just about awake. Yeah.
Hello. Seb
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, just it's a bit early in the morning, so.
No problem. Yeah. So the most creative and innovative Teachers Talk Radio host. How do you feel about that?
I'll take that. Yeah. I'm very happy with that. I mean, I did put a lot of time and effort into my game show trailer, so my advert. Sorry. So I had to. I'm pleased with that. As a drama teacher as well, it's good to get a creative award.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do a little bit behind the scenes as well. So, you know, you're a real team player, and like me, you just love being part of the Teachers Talk Radio team, don't you?
I do massively. I don't know what show I'm on. I think I've done about 20 shows now, because I started quite back early at the beginning, and I've done loads. I've lost count.
Do you have a favourite show or a favourite guest? Bear in mind, I think I was your first guest, wasn't I? So.
Yeah, you were. No, so obviously I set the bar high. I knew you were going to ask me this question. I should have been more prepared. I think, I don't know. I had a show where I had a couple of live callers that weren't guests, just people from the public, teachers that rang in. That was really cool. Just to speak to random people and not know where they were from and hear their opinions. That was the one quite near the beginning when I did a show about the pressures of teaching and why people quit early and all of that. I think that was quite a good topic. It got quite a few people. People were heated about that. So that was quite a good one. And yeah, I just had some great guests like people that I like yourself and Zoe Enser and people that I've read their books. To get to speak to them, Owen and Michael Charles, to actually speak to those people, kind of like that I'd read their books this year. It was just brilliant. I never thought, before I did Teachers Talk Radio, I never thought I'd actually, be able to speak to them.
So well, nice. Yeah, we love your show. So a big
thanks.
I do. I really enjoy, because we were in touch a little bit before Teachers Talk Radio, and then now I just feel like I've got to know you a lot more.
I know.
And when the party happens, it is random.
Oh.
I can't wait for the Teachers Talk Radio party. I'm not sure when that'll be because it's been delayed, but hopefully I'll be back in the country and we can celebrate we're all award winners.
I know, and it's been great, and it's really grown, and it's brilliant. All the people, the listeners, all the followers that we've got now. I think it's nearly 6,000 people following us on Twitter. Which is just a phenomenal, really, in the time, and obviously that a lot of that's down to the host and to the back team and to Tom and to everyone that's really pulled together to make it what it is. So I just hope we just keep growing and get more and more people involved.
Absolutely, and the element about it being live, Seb, I know. It's exciting, but it's a bit risky, isn't it?
I know it is. Well, I did try what you're trying today once. I did do a show where I deliberately didn't get guests to encourage people to just call in, but it is difficult because the drive home slot is tricky. I really did notice that, and this was quite interesting. At the beginning, I had a lot more callers, and then when all the tags and stuff happened, it just went so dead. And I was really worried that I'd done something wrong. And then other people were like, no, just at the moment, people 4 till 5:30 after school, people are everyone's just too busy or tired to get involved. So now it's picked up a bit. So I'm hoping over the summer people will be able to get them in touch a bit.
Yeah, and I remember going through a really tough time with the tag, so that's behind us now. Absolutely. Well, thank you for calling in, Seb. I really appreciate it. I've got lots more awards.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing the other ones as well.
Yeah,
and like you say, also, sorry, the other thing I just wanted to say is it is weird, the whole meeting people through Twitter and not actually physically meeting them, especially through the lockdown, which is, I think, exacerbated that, but made it so many more people that people have got in touch with that you haven't physically met. So again, I look forward to finally actually meeting Tom and Graham and you guys as well. That'll be cool.
I know, Twitter friends, Teacher Talk Radio
Twitter friends. Yeah. All right. Okay. Have a good show. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, then let's have a few more awards. Okay, then. So the next award goes to, let's see. Oh, I've got a list. Actually, somebody who I've seen has joined the studio is not a host, but is an integral part of the Teachers Talk Radio team. They're on the executive team. So this goes to the most supportive Teachers Talk Radio team member, and that is Seema Debchand. So big well done to Seema. There we go. Hey! And Seema, these audio clips gone a little bit long. Seema is one of many people of the Teachers Talk Radio team that I haven't met but I cannot wait to meet because she just seems like the nicest person ever. So as soon as I get back to the UK, I can't wait to meet Seema. I think it's really important that we do give a shout out to the people behind the scenes who do really help. We have a group chat where we're always messaging, supporting each other, and the fact that it's live and we do all the tech stuff. So Seema's support is really appreciated. And actually, the next award also goes to somebody else from behind the scenes. This is a joint award that goes for our Unsung Heroes Award. And this goes to Nikki Arkenstall and Tim, also known as the Dream Stream Team. And they help us stream out Teachers Talk radio shows live across Twitter and Facebook. And we know not all teachers are using Twitter. So yes, Tim, Nikki, well done. So we're trying to expand our audience. We are on LinkedIn. We are on Instagram. So please do spread the word. Okay, I'm going to do one more award and then I'm going to go into some book suggestions. All right, this person, so many nominations came flooding in. This person's incredibly popular. So this person has won 2 awards, the best gifts on Twitter, but also the best use of incidental Welsh. So as you can imagine, I love that, being from Wales, goes to our very own Nathan Ginn. Well done. So you're packing away there. Round of applause. Slongabachiadau. Congratulations, that means in Welsh. So bore da, Nathan.
Bore da, Kay. Sut wyt ti? How are you?
Da iawn, diolch. A ti?
Wedi blino. I'm tired. It is hot,
tired.
and I've put a whole house in boxes ready for my big move to Swansea. On the radio, saying my name and.
Yeah, that's exciting. No, you're back. Sorry, I heard that you're saying you're moving. So are you moving to Swansea? Is that what you're doing now?
Moving back to Swansea. Yeah, back from Basingstoke, where I am at the moment, where I've been teaching for about 6 years or more, actually, I think. And yeah, back to the beaches, back to the mountains, and it's back to my boys playing rugby in Welsh in Red as well, which will be exciting for them.
Well, as you can imagine, I was the person who nominated you for the best use of incidental Welsh because I think we may be the only incidental Welsh speakers at Teachers Talk Radio. I'm not sure, but we can educate others. Right. But there was loads of other people nominating you. How do you make these gifts? How do you do it? Are you allowed to tell us your secret?
It's do you know what it is? It's an old iPhone and a little bit of time. And I was one of those kids who doodled in the back of class. And so when I'm sat listening to the Teachers Talk Radio, I'm kind of like doing it as doodling, if that makes sense. Like I just sit on my phone because it's playing in the background and I'll doodle, but it's doodling digitally. So yeah, it kind of just comes out like that. But it's nothing more than an old iPhone. So yeah, maybe I'll put out some of the things that I use to do it to let other people know the secrets.
Yeah, tutorials, and you could do it on YouTube. we can all learn from you, and you could do it bilingually. And you've done bilingual. I loved your. Was it Danny Dyer, Bore da pawb? That means good morning, everyone.
It does have to struggle through my accent. Like, I do worry. It's kind of like Essex Welsh as it comes through.
Hey, perfect Gavin and Stacey combo there. We'll keep going with the Welsh. Yeah, there's actually a few Twitter accounts I'll share with you that are also really helpful. I need to brush up on my Welsh because, as you know, Nathan, I'm moving back to Wales. Although you'll be down south, I'll be up north. So maybe we can meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, Bilf Wells or somewhere down the middle there.
So somewhere really random. They'll get loads of Welsh speakers there actually. So we'll order a pint in Welsh. So you have been an absolutely fantastic addition to the team, not just with your shows and the really interesting topics you've had, but on social media, because none of us have your gift skills. So we are forever grateful.
Well, thank you, Kate. I better get back. I think the delivery men are not delivery men. The pickup men. I forget what that word is now. The guys with the van are coming very soon. So I'm going to have to shoot because all these boxes have got to get themselves on the back of a van, then down the M4, over the bridge, and then Croeso i Gymru, and I'm back.
I love that saying. Well, Paul, good luck to you with that, and we will shout out soon. Speak soon, Nathan. Thank you very much. Okay, then. So many awards to get through. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to, but we'll take a little break from the Teachers Talk Radio Awards because this show is about today some summer suggestions. So if you've got any recommended reading, they could be educational books, they could be non-educational books, then please do share them and I will read them out loud. But I was thinking very carefully about what 5 books I would recommend if you want to read an educational book. So I'm going to start off. These are my 5 suggestions. And actually, coincidentally, no bias here, all of these authors have appeared on Teachers Talk Radio. So my top 5 in no particular order would be Andrea Zafriaku. So Andrea Zafriaku, I interviewed her. She won the Global Teacher Prize, $1 Million Prize for her book, Those Who Can Teach. Now, I actually listened to this book via Audible. And I love audiobooks, so you can just listen to on the go. And I love the fact that Andrea Zafriaku narrated this. There is a real special place in my heart for Andrea Zafriaku. The book was eye-opening because she spent her whole life teaching in challenging schools, things that I've never experienced. The book was warm, it was funny. It's not a specific teaching and learning book, but it is a book that I do think all teachers should read, and she just absolutely shines in that book. So Andrea Zafriaku, Those Who Can Teach. Next up, I would recommend Putting Staff First, a blueprint for revitalising our schools. And again, I've interviewed John Thompson, and Johnny Utley is his co-author, and he's also featured on Teachers Talk Radio. Now, Johnny and John are both experienced school leaders, both absolutely brilliant writers. This is a really great book. Especially for leaders at all levels, but I think lots of people would like this. All the different sections, there's recruitment, there's training, retaining teachers, professional development, workload, inspection. I've written a thread with all my favorite quotes, and it is a book that I've returned to many times. So that would be my second choice, Putting Staff First. My third choice would be 99 Studies That Every Teacher Needs to Know, The Science of Learning by Edward Watson and Bradley Bush, the Inner Drive guys. They were on my show week 2. innerdrive.co.uk is a superb website. Now, this is their second version. They did publish a book, 77 Studies That Every Teacher Should Know. That's the blue copy. The pink copy is 99. And I asked Bradley and Edward, why did they do this? And basically, after their book was published, there were some more studies that came out, for example, about multiple choice questions. And I also think about growth mindset and so on. But this book covers so much. It covers memory, it covers sleep, it covers behavior, motivation, mobile phones, stress. Absolutely fantastic. I think it's great for classroom teachers, heads of year, heads of department, senior leaders. So if you haven't read that, do so. It's absolutely superb. And Nicola said, yeah, love Putting Staff First. My next choice would be the Early Career Framework Handbook, edited by the Chartered College of Teaching. So one of my other guests was Dame Alison Peacock, CEO of the Chartered College of Teaching. Now, it's edited by the Chartered College of Teaching, but the contributions are fantastic. We've got classroom teachers, Amy Forrester, Adam Boxer. Who else have we got? We got Mark Enser, Andy Tharby, Nikki Kaiser, Claire Seeley. Just So many. Alex Quigley, also a previous guest. Lots and lots of fantastic sections. Classroom environment, learning, pastoral care, research, curriculum, assessment. Even if you're not in the early years of your career, I still think this is an interesting book to read. And especially if you are supporting early careers teachers, then this will be very helpful. And my final suggestion in my top 5 books to read this summer is the Metacognition Handbook by Jennifer Webb. And I was very lucky to read a preview copy of this, and I loved it. It was the research, the practical examples, the case studies. This was the first book I'd read by Jennifer Webb because she's a very well-known and successful author. But this is the first time stepping out of her comfort zone of writing about English, because she's been very successful, teach like a writer, and so on. So it was really good to read this book by Jennifer Webb. She's a real inspiration to me. She's very successful in all she does with her CPD, donating to charity, and her book was a real joy to read because metacognition continues to be one of those buzzwords that is surrounded by a little bit of confusion. Sed Ventura also did his top 10 books yesterday, so do check out his podcast. Oh, don't worry, I did make it in there, my books. Well, I can't recommend my own books, can I? But those would be 5 books. Now, I will share with you 5 books that I am looking forward to reading that I haven't had the chance to yet, but that I hope to read in the summer and in September. But let's do a few more Teachers Talk Radio awards. Okay then, so this person had a huge amount of nominations from everybody, and it will come as no surprise that the best newsreader in the world and the most professional voice award goes to our very own Megan Goods. Well done, Megan. Yay, Megan says thank you. So I'll keep going through. We also had a best similar award. That was the most professional, but we have the best voice for radio. I mean, this has to be obvious, doesn't it? Come on, he's a voiceover artist. This is his thing. It goes to our very own Graham Collum. And yay! Graham was actually nominated for quite a few awards because of his funny humour. People really enjoy his shows, and he is also part of the executive team. We also have an award for our slickest and smoothest Teachers Talk Radio host. Again, won't come as a surprise. That goes to Khalil Rouse. Yes, well done, Khalil. Lots and lots of awards. But before I get to more awards, we are now going to hear the news from our award-winning news presenter, that is Megan Goods.
This is Teachers Talk Radio, and this is Teachers Talk Radio News with Megan Goods.
This is your latest Teachers Talk Radio News. In a ministerial statement on Wednesday, Gavin Williamson announced a pay freeze for public sector workers, including teachers. Teachers with salaries of £24,000 or less would, however, receive a £250 pay award, as recommended by the School Teacher Review Body. The news has been met with outrage following an extremely challenging couple of years for public sector or key workers. Paul Whiteman from the NAHT said this pay cut risks further eroding leadership supply and risks prompting an exodus of leaders when the pandemic finally lifts. A slap in the face doesn't begin to describe it. Jeff Barton also condemned the decision, stating that following a year in which teachers and leaders have worked flat out on managing a battery of COVID control measures, as well as assessing students following the government's decision to cancel public exams, the decision to implement a pay freeze is an absolute insult. Finally, Kevin Courtney from the NEU called the real terms pay cut completely unacceptable. Schools Minister Nick Gibb has pushed back against calls to decolonise the English curriculum. Gibb dismissed the suggestion to make the teaching of Black history mandatory in schools and to diversify the national curriculum, saying there was no reason why children from ethnic minorities should not study the work of dead white men. While speaking to the Social Market Foundation, the schools minister claimed, "We will not create a more harmonious, tolerant and equal society through promoting a curriculum based on relevance to or representativeness of any one group. Nor will we do so by being ashamed of who we are and where we came from. A curriculum based on relevance to pupils is to deny them an introduction to the best that has been thought and said." This standpoint is not universal, however, with Wales introducing the mandatory study of Black history from next year. That was your latest Teachers Talk Radio News.
Creative Resources, made for teachers by teachers. At Creative Resources, we've been rethinking what a classroom can be. We've created a huge range of more than 2,500 original and exciting resources that span across more than 15 different subject areas. Whether you're looking for primary or secondary level resources, careers options, PSHE, arts, or humanities, Creative Resources have the resources for you. We offer full curriculum packages and unique, challenging escape rooms themed on topics such as Shakespeare, Tudors, and fractions. We have quizzes, task cards, Tarsier puzzles, and lots more. Better still, more than 100 resources can be accessed for free. Just visit our website, www.cre8tiveresources.com. You can get 10% off any order you make on our website by using the discount code TTRadio. Creative Resources, made for teachers by teachers. Every teacher loves stationery, right? Imagine getting a selection of fun, beautiful and unique stationery items designed and selected especially for teachers, delivered through your door every month. You need to check out teacherslovestationery.club.
I'm always so excited when the box arrives. It's such a treat.
My Teachers Love Stationery Club box is just a little treat to myself every month.
It's always full of delightful and surprising items, including some really good quality stationery brands like Faber-Castell and Stabilo.
And because you never know what you're going to get, it makes it even more fun and special when you get it.
It feels really great to be supporting a family business that's run by real teachers. I can't help feeling like they just know what I'm going to enjoy using stationery-wise better than I do myself.
Visit teacherslovestationery.club and enter the code TTRadio when you buy your first stationery box to save £2 today. teacherslovestationery.club. Introducing the Leadership Masterclass series by Diana Osagi. Learn how to ditch your fears and develop your leadership confidence. How to deal with difficult colleagues. How to thrive when you lead in a challenging environment. And how to get colleagues to buy into your vision. Join Diana for her online leadership masterclasses starting on the 10th of July and running all the way through the summer. These sessions are the perfect way to prepare and refresh for the next academic year and beyond. Book your place at courageousleadership.co.uk/events now. The first 50 leaders to sign up get an additional free mini coaching session with Diana herself. Don't miss this. Courageous Leadership Masterclasses at courageousleadership.co.uk/events.
Thank you to the award winner, that is Graham, for reading out our Teachers Talk Radio adverts. So let's have some more awards. This person has won 2 awards, although the nominations came flooding in. And if you're thinking to yourself, how were these awards decided? Were they biased? Where's the transparency? Well, actually, it's just a bit of fun, completely random, completely made up. And we can now all say that all Teachers Talk Radio hosts are award-winning radio hosts. So well done us. But the award now goes to the most organised host. And this person, I think, is the glue that keeps the Teachers Talk Radio team together. And they were also nominated for their funniest dissection of the news. And this is Mal Krishnasamy. So well done, Mal. Mal is one of our executive team. She's the deputy director, working very closely with Tom Rogers. And another award for the sassiest host. And I did check, what does the dictionary define as sass? This is someone who is lively, bold, and full of spirit. So I think you will all agree with me that the right person for this award is our very own Tabitha McIntosh. Well done, Tabitha. Full of sass. Woo! And we also have an award for the most relaxed and chilled out and cool host, and that goes to our very own Rich Wrigley. So well done to all of the award winners. More awards to be announced. But going back to summer reading, here are 5 edubooks that I haven't read yet, but I want to read. So these are things that I've got on my to-do list in terms of reading. I'm always a little bit late to the party because I'm in Abu Dhabi and it can take a while. I'm not someone who really likes a Kindle. Now, if you are teaching internationally, I would recommend getting a Kindle because it can take a really long time for books to get out here. And even the bookstores in Abu Dhabi are they sell lots of books, but limited in terms of teacher books. But I do like to have a nice hard copy to hold. So the 5 books that I'm looking forward to reading is the new In Action book, focusing on the Marge model by Nimish Ladd. And again, I'm a little bit biased because I'm part of the In Action series. Nimish is a friend of mine, but that does sound like it's going to be a fantastic read, and it has a foreword by Daniel Willingham. I'm also looking forward to reading the CPD curriculum by Zoe and Mark Entzer, friends of Teachers Talk Radio, regular guests, and they're just fantastic writers, whether that's their books, their blogs, or whether they're writing for the TES, they are brilliant. I'm also looking forward to Doug Lamov's Teach Like a Champion 3.0. I have had a sneak peek of this and it is brilliant. So I think this is very exciting. Also, now this book sounds really good. This is called Irresistible Learning by Graham Chisnell. And Graham, we need to have him on the show as a guest if we haven't already, because I was reading about his book, published with John Catt, and Graham's had a really interesting career. He became a primary school head teacher at the age of 26. He's led 3 primary schools, been a university lecturer. He's currently the CEO of a multi-academy trust, and he's also hosting an event in October, which is free for teachers, Irresistible Learning, embedding a culture of research in schools. That sounds like it's right up my street. And then finally, a book that I haven't had a chance to read is Preserving Positivity by Hayley Hughes. And Hayley's authored many books with many books on the way. So I think that's something that is a really important topic about positivity in our profession. So we've got lots of comments. Graham, congratulations on your award. He says, great job so far, Kate. These are going really well. Now, before I get to my non-edu book suggestions, we'll do a few more Teachers Talk Radio Awards. We have Best Newcomer, Harry Waters, and you can listen to Harry on the Drive Home show on a Wednesday. Now, for Best Interview, we have, and this is a good one because I actually contacted Ofsted and asked if Amanda Spielman would be a guest on my show. And Ofsted replied to me and said, oh, but we already have someone from Ofsted going on Teachers Talk Radio next week. Sean Harford's going on. And then I messaged Tom Rogers, and then there was this air of mystery and who's interviewing Sean Harford, and we sort of had a seeking suspicion who it could be. And of course, it was Noreen Khaled. So Noreen gets the award for the best interview because that was a fantastic scoop with Sean Harford, where he spoke about the subject reviews. We felt like we got lots of exclusives, that the people who were listening to it found the show really interesting and fascinating. And Noreen's shows are always very popular. So well done, Noreen. And well done, Harry, our best newcomer. Oh, more awards. Now, this award, actually, a few people nominated for the same reason. This award goes to the best host for dealing with difficult conversations. Now, not all radio shows are live, like Teachers Talk Radio. We are live right now, but you can listen later as a podcast. And the fact that we are live means that anyone can call in from anywhere in the world, and they do. They really do, and they are not always teachers. So this award goes to Genevieve Bent for dealing with a very difficult conversation where somebody called in. We couldn't really get them off the line. They declared their love for Genevieve, but she was calm, cool, collected, and that certainly does deserve an award. So well done, Genevieve. And then, before I go on to my top moments, our most down-to-earth and friendliest host award goes to Amy Ferguson. I absolutely love listening to her shows. I think she's a great character, great personality. She is just lovely. So well done, the most down-to-earth and friendliest host, Amy Ferguson. And also our award-winning newsreader, Megan Goods, has just said that Tom Rogers should be the runner-up because a 10-year-old Swede rang in yesterday. Oh, I missed that. Now, Tom does have an award actually linked into this, and I might as well go into it now. So Tom Rogers is the Teacher Talk Radio founder. He is the main man, the big boss, but actually we've given him the award for the most enthusiastic host. He will answer the call to anyone, wherever they are in the world. I think he had a chat with somebody who he thought she was in the shower, but actually she was in India outside in the rain. And it was very random and bizarre, but Tom dealt with it really, really well. And he always makes me laugh when he just speaks to these people who are not teachers, but he welcomes them anyway. So when you're listening to Tom's show, do call in because he does love that. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, call in to Tom Rogers' show because we like to see him put on the spot and see him deal with that. So well done to Tom Rogers, and a big clap for just actually launching Teachers Talk Radio. Okay then, so I've been reflecting on my Teachers Talk Radio experience so far, and these are my 5 personal highlights. And if you've missed any of these episodes, you can go back. We stream them live, but we also have them as a podcast. And These are my top 5. Oh, before I get that, Tom Rogers has just commented, yes, I love the fact we've been through all these brilliant shows with high-profile interviews. Tom Rogers gets a 6-year-old who accidentally hits the call button and people call up in a flood asking for help. Well, Tom, that's what people obviously find you a great source of help and inspiration. So keep calling in. Honestly, the weirder, wonderful, the better. So my top 5 highlights. I think this one is probably Tom's highlight as well. My first one is laughing during the Paul Kirshner interview. So to give you a little bit of context, in case you missed the show, we had Guy Claxton on Teachers Talk Radio. Tom Rogers interviewed him about his new book. In his new book, he is, I think it's fair to say, quite critical of people like Paul Kirshner. Paul Kirshner's referenced 18 times in Guy Claxton's book. Paul Kirshner, now I am very biased. I always say he's one of my favourite people in education. I absolutely love him, can't wait to meet him. And I thought, when he was on my show, I'll ask him, what do you think about Guy Claxton's book? And he did not hold back. And at first I started laughing, and then I realized I'm a radio show host. I have to try and be neutral. I can't be biased. I've got to be professional. So I tried to mask my laughing with coughs. I tried to hold it in. And if you listen back, you will hear me really struggling. I should have just muted myself, but I was just in fits of laughter. So that was one of my highlights. Another one of my highlights was obviously interviewing John Hattie. I mean, John Hattie, wow, he's incredible. And we were in lots of contact before the show. And we decided, because he wasn't familiar with Podbeam, that I would ring up John Hattie. And yeah, that's right. I have John Hattie's phone number in my phone book. That's how cool I am. And I rang up John Hattie. We're having this amazing live interview, #chatty. And then all of a sudden, his phone battery dies. So I ring him back live on air, and I reached the voicemail of John Hattie. So John Hattie goes away, he charges his phone, he texts me, I call him back, and we just carry on. And it's absolutely fine. And that's just the nature of presenting a live radio show. One of my other highlights was interviewing Mary Myatt, and we managed to get an exclusive out of Mary that her brilliant book, Back on Track, was originally planned to be called Cutting the Crap. And she actually had a contract sent from John Catt with the title Cutting the Crap, but she felt that that was probably not the best name, so she went with Back on Track. I still think it would have been a #1 bestseller, regardless of the name. Another highlight, which was for many people, was my very first show where I interviewed Tom Sherrington and Oliver Caviglioli. And I asked Oliver about Icon Gate, about how lots of teachers have got very excited about dual coding, what he calls as Icon Gate, and they've put perhaps too many icons on a worksheet. And just the way he spoke about it was just typical Oliver Caviglioli style, clever, witty, very funny, and he's just great to listen to. And then finally, I can't believe I've gone this whole episode without mentioning them. Bjork Bingo. Interviewing the Bjorks was an absolute dream come true. It was just amazing. We didn't do it live because of the 12-hour time difference. So I had a Zoom chat with them in California. Oh, they were just amazing. And like Seb said, I didn't think I'd ever have the opportunity to speak to all these amazing people. So I just feel very lucky and very blessed. So stay tuned. I've got a few more awards to give out. I've got some more books to suggest and also some films to suggest.
Every teacher loves stationery, right? Imagine getting a selection of fun, beautiful and unique stationery items designed and selected especially for teachers, delivered through your door every month. You need to check out teacherslovestationery.club.
I'm always so excited when the box arrives. It's such a treat.
My Teachers Love Stationery Club box is just a little treat to myself every month.
It's always full of delightful and surprising items, including some really good quality stationery brands like Faber-Castell and Stabilo.
And because you never know what you're going to get, it makes it even more fun and special when you get it.
It feels really great to be supporting a family business that's run by real teachers. I can't help feeling like they just know what I'm going to enjoy using stationery-wise better than I do myself.
Visit teacherslovestationery.club and enter the code TT Radio when you buy your first stationery box to save £2 today. teacherslovestationery.club.
Okay, I'm just catching up on all the tweets. So let's go through. Oh, we've got a caller. Hello, Nicola. Are you
Hi,
there?
Kate. Good morning. You okay?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. I've got a surprise award to give out, and I think now is quite a good time to do it as you've just done your top 5, and it's the award for you. So obviously we can't let an award show go on without you achieving
Oh,
awards. So
amazing.
so congratulations. This is from everyone at Teachers Talk Radio. You've won the award for the most number of superstar guests. So obviously, like you said, all those top 5 then and many more. I know you've got a lot of more exciting guests in the pipeline coming up as well. So well done for all the fantastic guests. And, you know, your shows are always so inspirational and inspiring with all the fantastic guests you get. So well done.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I am very lucky. All the superstar guests. So superstar guest awards. Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. That just made my day. We need to party to celebrate all of our awards.
Yeah.
I hear Tom has already ordered some gold style medals for us all, so they should be in the post alongside some mugs. But thank you for all that you do as well. And Tom was the one who nominated you. You're unsung hero and an amazing part of the Teachers Talk Radio team.
No, thank you. No, I've loved being part of the team, and I've got a fantastic stream team with Sobia, Tim, and Seb. So yeah, they all really help out to get it streamed and hopefully direct more listeners to the show. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, no, honestly, lots of people are listening via Facebook. We don't have Twitter, so what you do is great. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in.
Have a nice day. See you later. Bye.
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 Oh, I'm very happy with that. So that was my award. Mal says she doesn't want a medal, she wants a tiara. Mal, would you like an award for the biggest diva? Only joking. You are not a diva. I want a tiara as well. Let's do some more awards. So who have we got here? I am joking. Mal is the nicest person. The best dancing host. Well, who else could that go to? But Alfred Bache. Oh, he's incredible. The most sophisticated host on Teachers Talk Radio. And this was nominated by Tom Rogers because this person has classy, sophisticated topics and guests, and that is Mira Chudwa Sama. So well done, Mira. Oh, the sweetest host, and I think everyone will agree with me on this, goes to Sobia Iqbal. And Nicola just mentioned her there. She's such a lovely part of the Teachers Talk Radio team. Very sweet. Another award for someone who is behind the scenes, but the email etiquette queen goes to Ella Davis, our Chief Operating Officer. Now, we've got a really good award here. I like this one. Most likely to win a Michelin Star award. Now, I would nominate this person for the funniest host, although that might be up for debate because some people nominated Graham, some people nominated Tom Rogers, but the person most likely to win a Michelin Star for his beautiful food is our one and only Kyle Graham. Well done, Kyle. He's not a host anymore. He's on holiday, but he's still very much part of the Teachers Talk Radio team. Now, we have an award. Now, this could go to a lot of people, but there was a standout winner for the most prepared host. This person goes above and beyond. I think they should work for CNN or any sort of global news channel because they do their research, they contact sources, they have exclusive scoops. They are amazing. And the most prepared host award goes to, actually, drum roll, Tom Hopkins Burke. Well done, Tom. We are very proud of you and keep going with your research and being very prepared. Our most upbeat host goes to James Clark. Inspirational. This is a lovely one. Inspirational host is someone who was from the original team. She's done lots of episodes. She's had lots of guests. I've been very fortunate to be a guest on her show. Lots of really interesting, challenging, diverse topics. And that's why the most inspirational host award goes to Emily Fuller-Runshow. Okay, then we do have some more awards, but I'm going to suggest 5 books that I would recommend. If you don't want to read an educational book this summer, then here's some that I would recommend. The first one is This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay. Adam Kay is a former junior doctor. It was #1. It's incredibly popular. It's an hilarious book. Also very sad and touching at times, but I recommend it to everyone. Then I did have written down The Midnight Library, but actually anything by Matt Haig, anything. Matt Haig is an absolutely beautiful writer. Whether he's writing fiction or Reasons to Stay Alive, he writes a lot about mental health. Brilliant. Mal agrees, Matt Haig is a legend. Then we also have Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. Now, I love his podcast and his book. I listened to it as an audible, Feel Better in 5. So Dr. Chatterjee is a doctor who talks about lots of physical conditions, mental health conditions, give lots of tips and advice. Really, really good. And then Dolly Alderton, Everything I Know About Love. I think if you grew up at a certain time, so I assume I'm a similar age to Dolly, I think early 30s, and she writes about being in her teens and MSN Messenger and university and what she learned about love along the way. And again, a lovely, funny book. And then finally, Mindfulness, Plain and Simple by Ollie Doyle. I just came across this book by accident, and it's just brilliant. The way it explains mindfulness and about reflection, incredibly powerful. So Mal has made a suggestion. Best book I've read this year, The Opposite Sides of a Coin, debut novel by Dominic Wong. Thank you, Mal. Yes, please do send in any more suggestions. And I know it's very sunny in the UK right now, but if you do want to go to the cinema, pre-COVID, I was going to the cinema every single week, and I'm really glad that cinemas are back open now. So 3 films that I've watched recently that I really enjoyed. First of all was Cruella, with Emma Stone playing a young Cruella. I love the fashion in the film. I love Emma Thompson in the film. It's not many Dalmatians in the film, but it's a really good book. Black Widow, if you're a Marvel Avengers fan, why is it taking this long for a Black Widow film? Yes, there's some dodgy accents in the film, but we'll forgive them that because it is a really good action Marvel Avenger film that you would expect. And also a family-friendly film is Space Jam: A New Legacy. Very similar to the original Space Jam. Bugs Bunny teams up with a basketball superstar, except this time it's King James, LeBron James. So 3 films there that are definitely worth a watch, either on your own, with partner, with the children, this summer. Oh, we only have 5 minutes left, and I have got lots of awards to get through. So we have the most boss host, and that goes to Scott Pusley. Well done. We also have an award for representing FE on Teachers Talk Radio, and that goes to Charlotte Marshall. We also have, let's see, I have all these awards, and I don't want to miss anyone out as well. The dancing host, email etiquette, the sweetest, down to earth. Oh, if we've got any more, please do send them in. I've got some that have just come in now. Oh, I know. The award, the Teacher Talk Radio host for the most stamina for the Late Late Show goes to Christopher Vowles. We have an award for philosopher extraordinaire, always tackling the big issues. That is Waqar Ahmedi. And we have an award for the best accent, and that is Gail Glenn for a wonderful Scottish accent, although there's quite a lot of good accents around Teachers Talk Radio. Gail Glenn, our newsreader. Now, I think I do have a few more awards to hand out, but as I said, I'd love to hear from you. What have been your Teachers Talk Radio highlights? We can keep the conversation going on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And actually, I did win the award for the most superstar guests, and I'm just about to announce who my guest is next week. And this person, they are a bit of a superstar, actually, and I've been trying to get him on my show for weeks, but he's been too busy because he takes his son to school. So I contacted him and said, hey, you won't be taking Freddie to school in the summer holidays, so can you come on my show? And he agreed. So the wonderful Ross Morrison McGill, also known as Teacher Toolkit. Just looking, he has over 245,000 Twitter followers, #1 education blog in the UK, 15 million readers. He's the author of many, many books. So next week on The Breakfast Show at a later time of 9 a.m. UK time, the show will be back for an hour and a half. I will be delivering the first half hour. Maybe we might have some more awards, we will see, with the news, with a roundup of the week, with more suggestions, because I didn't manage to get through to my box set suggestions. And then at 9:30, Ross will be joining me. So if you have any questions for Ross about his career, about his books, about how he's become this social media superstar and influencer, then please do get in touch with me. So we've got lots of great shows. We are going to carry on this summer. So perhaps you might not be able to listen usually to the morning break or even the breakfast show if you've got a busy morning and you're in school. And now it's the summer holidays, you might have a little bit more time to listen to Teachers Talk Radio. Yeah, so thank you, Mal. The summer schedule starts next week. The breakfast show will be 9 till 10:30 and the morning break will be 11 until 12. And we have a debut show today from Dorian talking about the good, the bad and the ugly, about ed tech. We've got lots of fantastic guests lined up. I've pretty much got most of my guests lined up for the summer. Lots of them were mentioned today. So I will reveal that I do have plans to interview the Teach Like a Champion author, Doug Lamov, a Why Don't Students Like School author, Daniel Willingham. The week after Ross Morrison McGill, I will be speaking to Professor Pooja K. Agarwal, the creator of retrievalpractice.org. We also have scheduled the growth mindset guru, that is Carol Dweck. And I also have lots of other school leaders and teachers that I will be talking to. So as always, thank you for joining me. Congratulations to all the award winners today. I do apologize if I missed anyone out. I had 3 pages of awards. So if I did, I am very sorry. Blame Tom Rogers because the book stops with him. But as I said, I look forward to next week. Join me then. Listen live or listen later. Enjoy the start of your summer holidays, whatever it is that you are doing.
You've been listening to Teachers Talk Radio. Tune in live and listen back at ttradio.org. We look forward to hearing from you next time on Teachers Talk Radio.